Good afternoon, everyone. Whew, it's been a hot minute, hasn't it? Hold on. Surely my thing didn't crash, right? I think it crashed. It crashed. We're already off to a good start. Anyways, thank you for subscribing, Alireza, while I was gone. Anyways, how's everyone doing? Hi, Natan. We love LINUJ. I agree. I don't know how long this stream is going to be. I don't even know if it's going to be a singular stream, because, I'm not going to lie, chat, I was looking over the, what's it called? Yeah, I was looking over the short story count, and there seemed to be a lot. So, I don't even know how long we're gonna go for. Or if this is even gonna be a single stream, period. It's been a while since I've made one of your streams. Welcome, Carter. It's nice to have you back. From, VOD land. But yeah. I've been doing good. The week's been a bit hectic, but, I've been still, doing my thing. I've been mainly getting into Slay the Spire 2. Playing multiplayer of that game is really, really fun, man. I can't lie. Even though I'm a bit of a noob. Like, yeah, I'm not really good at like, deck builders. And I'm still on pace for, everything related to Judgment right now. And ideally, once I do that, we'll be moving on to the LopCorp Marathon. If I have, like, once I have the proper rules set down for everyone. Now, give me one moment, chat. I will launch this bad boy up. I have to remember this thing's loud as fuck. It was loud as hell when I launched it up too. So, chat, if it's too loud or too quiet, please let me know. It's been a while. So we don't really have the volumes. Okay. Also, I cannot change the size of this thing. It is an extremely small window. It's fine? Okay, good. It's actually pretty good for the audio. Okay. I'm glad to know I still got it in some sense. So, I had the idea of, doing, like, the, random, like, you know, like, spin the wheel for the stories here, but I'm just gonna treat it as if it's, chronological, so I'm just not gonna do that. We're just gonna start off with, we're already gonna start off with the Kisaragi Foundation, which can't believe LINUJ waited for you specifically to cover their games before releasing this. True. Low quality Terria PNG. Yeah, this is the Kisaragi Foundation really doesn't give a fuck about that guy, huh? They would have like at least busted it up to like a .webp. Hi, Mosrak. It's been a while. I hope everything's been going well for you. Yeah, without further ado, let's just start this. At least they gave Terria some flowers, yeah. 2 pixels of Teria? Teria Otori. It's not always been with 2 O's. A finance executive of the Kisaragi Foundation and a 79th class student of Hope's Peak Academy. Although he himself never thought he was exceptionally smart, with his innate understanding of business and his mathematical talent, he rose to the position of the ultimate merchant. After enrolling at a Hope's Peak Academy and thinking that nothing but success lay ahead of him, he became entangled in an unexpected incident. He came to experience a hell where life and death hang in the balance. Now widely known to the public, the biggest, most terrible, despair-inducing incident in human history. We're just never finding a better name. It's just always going to be that. As an experimental preliminary stage of that event, the killing school life imposed upon the 79th class. Otori survived that hell. No, he had survived. Oh, that's a different font. Mr. Otori. He really was a pitiful person. I know, right? After sacrificing so much for the organization, for him to end up going like this so meaninglessly. I actually like Mr. Otori quite a lot. I had to check my video quality for a moment. Why is he 1.5 pixels? How bad is it in OBS? Well, yeah, probably because I've enlarged it in OBS. It took place immediately following the Utsuroshima incident. After barely managing to apprehend the masterminds, the Kisaragi Foundation was preparing to return them to their own everyday lives once more. As part of that process, they must bid farewell to Otori, an executive of the organization who lost his life in this incident. The funeral of Otori Teria, attended by most members of the Kisaragi Foundation and those connected to them. However, beneath the surface, there were also voices that could not simply accept his death. The rumor. Is it really true? What, the director abandoned Mr. Otori? Hey, watch what you say. No matter what. Do you think the director would abandon a comrade? Yeah, to write a ticket, yeah, of course. There must have been some reason for this. I believe in our director. But there's more than one argument about this that doesn't sit right. The way that the organization operates now is definitely strange. The cracks are slowly beginning to spread. Detailed information about the Utsuroshima incident was not disclosed except to executive-level members, but rumors travel fast. Even before the Utsuroshima incident, an unspoken faction already existed within the organization. This incident merely served as the catalyst that widened the cracks that had already been there. After tremendous effort and hardship, the Kisaragi Foundation eradicated the worst criminals and protected the peace of the world. But far too much was sacrificed to achieve it. It took all the first letters of the biggest, most terrible inducing incident in history, and I got TBMTD. The end of the acronym just sounds like you're like screaming "did." But far too much was sacrificed to achieve it. They ended up losing far too many things. Great things that could never be replaced. It's only natural that the members of the organization would be confused in a situation like this. It was hardly unreasonable. Come in.
Oi.
Oh, man. It still kills me, man. Makeru, this is unusual. Coming all the way here at this hour. Kinjo got a red eye infection? This guy got pink eye. Are you working immediately after the funeral? You know how it is. There's no such thing as time to rest. The director's office. It's plain, unremarkable chair and desk. The man methodically working through the mountain of piled-up documents is the director of the Kisaragi organization. Hope Speak Academy Class 79. The former Ultimate Police Officer, Kinjo Tsurugi. Until just a few days ago, he had been a new Tsurushima, risking his life as he devoted himself to cutting off evil at its source. But, as if he didn't even have a moment to catch his breath, he was quietly working through paperwork late into the night. A woman who spoke to Kinjo without hesitation. The head of the Kisaragi organization's intelligence division, the former Ultimate Professor, Makeru. He's a fellow Class 79 member, including Otori Teria, whose funeral was held that day. Someone who survived that scarring battlefield alongside him. The battlefield? Was that how you described it? Mikado Sonoji was certainly evil, but the world is still filled with evils, both great and small. Including that one hostess. Kinjo continues working through the paperwork without even sparing a glance for Mikado as she enters the director's office. For our sake of Otori as well. Can't afford to stop.
Hi.
You've got some nerve saying Otori's name. If it were me, I wouldn't even be able to hold my head up. And here you are, holding it up in the CG. The fountain pen in Kinjo's hand, which had been just signing document after document, paused for just a moment. I know. Mikado Sonoji was an opponent who couldn't have been captured unless we went that route. Mikado continued speaking, glaring straight at Kinjo. As the Kisaragi organization's intelligence officer, I understand that better than anyone. But, as a member of Hope Speak Academy's Class 79, I cannot accept it. As a member of Hope Speak Academy's Class 79, you shouldn't have done that.
Soka.
Kinjo do be pulling up with the execution quotes for shoplifters? It's... Seriously. Makeru, have you been drinking? You know you're not of age, right? You're not 21 yet. We don't accept this. This is unacceptable. Only then did Kinjo lift his gaze from the documents and look at Mikaru's face. Unlike her usual self, Mikaru's appearance was somewhat disheveled, and her face seemed slightly flushed. It's not like you. Even if it's outside working hours. Drinking with people. He just never stops. Never ever. Just for today. Leaning her back against the wall of the director's office, she stared blankly up at the dull white ceiling lights. Just for today. If I don't do this, I swear I'll kill you for real. Yeah. that must be what they meant by fucking division. Just for today. If I don't do this, I swear I'll kill you for real. For real? But what really makes me furious is... Tori. The guy we... Makeru, I know what you're trying to go for, but... Surely you're not just calling him the guy. You knew him. That even in the afterlife, he probably wouldn't resent us. He did notice that Makeru's voice was gradually rising. I mean, Makeru literally saw you on fire. Yeah! They survived a whole death game! And Makeru will like probably not even like do like a trust fall with Otori the way he fucking calls him like that. It's crazy.
Oi.
That's enough. Makeru, you're not in a good state. You need to go home. That guy, even if we had tried to protect him, he would have stepped forward and chosen to sacrifice himself anyway. Even if we use him as a disposable pawn, did it so that we wouldn't have to feel guilty. I said that's enough! Unable to hold back any longer, Kinjo shouted. And he immediately regretted it. He should have kept his composure. Having observed Kinjo up close for so long, Makeru had no hesitation in digging into the vulnerable parts of his heart. Yeah, Kinjo Tsurugi. I came here today to tell you this. That Makeru Ray, member of Hope's Peak Academy's 79th class, no longer exists. The Makeru who had been swaying slightly from the alcohol just moments ago suddenly shifted to a markedly serious tone. You're the same, aren't you? Didn't Kinjo Tsurugi, a student of the 79th class, disappear a long time ago? That's right. It doesn't exist anymore. Makeru Ray died along with the Toritaria. That's how I understand it. Makeru! Kinjo kicked back his chair and sprang to his feet, but Makeru didn't even blink. Wait, wasn't he wheelchair bound? Brother! Right. Listen carefully. These are my final words as a member of the 79th class. Being with you was the worst! It's so bad. I hope I never see you again. Kinjo Tsurugi, you are a fucking bastard! He's using the Barakatoa method? Oh, don't remind me of UDG. That's illegal. Illegal plays over here. Kinjo didn't particularly care about being insulted himself. He also understood why Makeru was taking this attitude towards him, because it was something he had been fully prepared for the consequences. And because Makeru knew that too, he had to come over to see him the day before. Before the day of funeral. Oh my god, what's wrong with my tongue today? And because Makeru knew that too, she came over to see him before the day of Otori's funeral was over. But and ironically love that you can't put up with him anymore. Bro, it's can you imagine how sick she must have been just constantly hearing this guy like ramble to himself about how like he'll like get like his revenge for sure. It's... against fucking Utsuro. I'm leaving. Starting tomorrow, please take good care of the Kisaragi's organization head of intelligence. Director. Bakeru deliberately shut the director's office door with a loud bang as she left. Left alone, Kinjo gripped his trembling legs and with difficulty lowered himself back into his wheelchair. Kinjo silently resumed on his paperwork. At a glance, he appears so calm, it's as if the conversation with Makeru moments ago hadn't happened. And so his solitary overtime work continued, until at last he began to see the end of this. Until at last he began to see the end of the stack of piled up documents. He glanced at the clock. It had already passed midnight so far that the day had changed. That's right. Tori's funeral day had come to an end. Stop. Setting his fountain pen down on the desk, Kinjo lifts his head and stared up at the ceiling. He suddenly lets out a hollow, almost retching laugh, and then... What are you doing? It's just fully redacted. There. He buried his face in her hands and wept silently. Her hands? Her hands? Imagine this is just like a typo and I'm just overthinking it. I mean, it probably is. A side of him no one knows. One he only shows when he's alone. HRT Kinjo? Gender fluid? It's liquid. It's liquid snake. This is the side of Kinjo Tsurugi as a member of Hope's Peak Academy 79 class. With a loud crash, Kinjo collapsed to the floor. As he screamed with his whole body, unable to withstand his emotions, tumbled out of his wheelchair. The wheelchair's wheels spin uselessly in place, and the neatly arranged documents he had worked so hard on scatter and flutter through the air. And even so, the silent scream does not cease. What would have been the right answer? Did he really do the right thing? His conclusion? Yes. Yes, it was. Was there truly no better way? Kinjo Tsurugi will never be able to escape these endless questions for the rest of his life. No matter how desperately he struggles to become better, the doubts only grow deeper. It's already too late to turn back, and it's a painful burden he has no choice but to bear on his own. That's why confined to no one, and screaming without making even the slightest sound is his only form of resistance. Bro. You built the sandwich. What's stopping you? And the next day, the director disappeared without anyone knowing. What? Administratively, it was processed as a temporary leave of absence, but no one knew for what reason or where he had gone. Bigotry took on the role of acting director for the time being, but it was hard to say she was the same as before. From that point on, the Kisaragi organization was clearly beginning to tilt off balance. In the not-too-distant future, the Kisaragi organization would face a major turning point because of a certain incident. What? It was a future that had yet to come, one no one knew. But when that time comes, it's certain that everyone will step forward to leave a record of it. A future that vast and monumental. Is this the time to Corona arc? That was it! No! God damn it. Okay. Next up, suspicious contact. The children of Utero struggle to find Utero's whereabouts. That day their search... Oh, this was way, way back. Okay, wow. Let's start this one then. Become a king, again. That was what my father always told me when I was young. When I was young, our family was an ordinary middle-class family of 3, with nothing particularly special about us. My father overcame his background and became a major figure in the political world through ability alone, and as a result, he had fallen into an extreme elitist ideology. What type of ideology? Oh, okay, so it's... You have to be careful with your words here. Perhaps because of that, my father always said to me, stand at the top, several others, and climb higher. To me, as a child, the concept of power didn't really resonate. But since I didn't particularly want to rebel against my parents, I accepted and followed my father as he was. What, have you never played like an RPG? However, my father's power did not last long. Whether it was corruption or a private life scandal, I don't remember it clearly. But for some reason, my father's power fell apart. Overnight, my father was treated like a criminal and vanished without a trace. My mother and I were unable to find out where he had gone. I feel like I should just mention in regard to the vague posting, the one you just saw and one other were released shortly after Chapter 6 before the recent drop. I'm assuming that's in this, hopefully. It was something I only learned later when I had grown up. But apparently it had been in a mix of understanding and false accusations caused by a malicious news article. It took so long for the truth to come to light that, by then, no one remembered anything about my father anymore, nor did anyone care. I didn't understand at the time, but I think they called it guilt by association. My mother and I, who had done nothing wrong, ended up suffering all kinds of contempt and harassment simply because we were the family of a corrupt politician. Fun. It was the first and third OMAKE that were released before the other 8 drop recently? Oh, okay. As a result, my mother, who had quietly trusted my father and supported him, eventually became bedridden from extreme stress. Wearing that one fucking shirt, bro, it's just... Listen carefully. Anna's going to be going on a trip far away for a little while. Mom? Where are you going with your condition like that? Don't go. Don't disappear like Dad did. Don't worry. I'll be back soon. Dad will come back soon too. Right now, he's just gone for a little while to clear up people's misunderstandings. When exactly is soon? Yeah, I can't say for certain, but just like Dad said, if our Nikkei becomes a king and becomes someone who stands out no matter where the world he is, Mom will come back by then. So I'm a king, Nikkei. But what if he likes being a rook? With those words, my mother set out on a journey from which she would never return. Even as a child, I could understand that my mother had passed away. The words about coming back were just meant to reassure me. Even at my young age, I could understand that much. Why did my mother have to die? Why did my father have to take responsibility and give up his power for something he didn't even do? Are you sure that he didn't do that? Only after losing everything did I finally realize that power carries both light and darkness. And from the moment I began to understand that, my perception of power had started to change. Very well. Isn't it fitting? The public denied our family, so now it's my turn to deny all of you. It's fucking loser, bro. Oh my god, y'all! I'm not even gonna lie. I miss them. They're all so pathetic. Thus, after my mother's death, I let go of everything and became a journalist. I became a journalist, and just like what happened to my family in the past, I began to falsely accuse others and bring them down. Ironically, these actions elevated my reputation, and by bringing others down, I gradually began to grow closer to the throne. Yeah. I'm fucked over by your robot. If I become a king, if I rise above everyone else by trampling all over them, my mother might come back. I didn't truly believe such hollow words, but at the very least, I might be able to fulfill my mother's final wish. With that in mind, I continued to aim for the throne and began walking my own path to kingship. However, in reality, truly enough, not everyone could become a king. With an utterly ordinary talent, no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't win against those truly born with exceptional abilities. The truth was, I knew it, that I couldn't become a king just by writing articles that slandered and brought others down. This guy's just working for fucking Barry White. The media industry was harsh enough that a child orphan and barely attending school could hardly survive. No, I have to be the best. I have to become a king. Bro, stay in your lane. Just... My mother's last words had, before I realized it, become the purpose of my life. If I failed to fulfill them, my life would have no value at all. Can't you just become like a king of like a MMO clan or something? What? What's this? Even in his omake, he's prominent. Yeah, even in his own omake, it's he's not looking good. Whether this was a desire born for my personal vengeance or for the family I had lost. By this time, Even I could no longer tell. It was probably around that time. That boy and I met. It was a very brief encounter. But the boy gave me a special strength as I sought to rise higher. After gaining that strength, surprisingly, I began to thrive in the industry. What I didn't change. As always, I insisted on writing only articles that trampled on others and brought them down. However, unlike before, the strength I received from the boy alone allowed me to achieve whatever I wanted. Yeah. His entire modus operandi of, like, hearing, like, his mother, like say, like, her final words is just to, like, be, become, like, a lobotomy Kaizen fan. Like, this guy's probably still posting about Megumi. In this way, as I made a name for myself as a young journalist, I experienced many events and changes. Of course, that fame didn't carry only positive meaning. To be frank, it was closer to a negative reputation. At first, since I too had a sense of guilt, there were times when I felt doubtful about my own work and even pretended to be virtuous. The same went for human relationships. At one time, I built good relationships with a few colleagues. And there were even juniors who approached me, saying they admired me. But my trust was betrayed. And as I felt the coldness of the industry I was part of, I gave up even that. By the time I dropped the title of boy journalist, I had made a name for myself comparable to that of an ultimate level. The mysterious power given by a boy fully satisfied my desires and allowed me to prove my own worth. But looking back, all that remained for me was merely the result of having stood above others. Even so, I must keep rising high, because that alone has been the reason for my life from the moment I was born until now, and nothing else remains for me. Hey, Nikkei! Huh? Why do they have the... Thanks for stopping by, Musvac. I hope you enjoy the VOD. Good grief. You must be tired too, dozing off in a place like this. Oh dear. Looks like I dozed off for a moment. Pull yourself together. We don't know when Emma and Iroha will return, so, as the leader, can't afford to be careless. Yeah. You're right. Sorry. Those two still haven't come back. They're a bit late. Exactly. If the information you brought is accurate, then it's certain that Utsuro has been in this building. It would have been too difficult for those two to infiltrate on their own. Maybe it's better if I just charge in head on and take them all down. No matter how much the aftermath of humanity's greatest and most disastrous event lingers, is it okay to commit crimes so blatantly? If you end up locked in prison, that would really be the end. Forget about finding Utsuro. You just lose all your ridiculous luck in jail and die. I know that, but... Listen to me. Emma and Iroha will follow my instructions carefully. You just need to trust me and follow without any complaints. Yeah. It was you who gathered us and brought up the idea of finding Mr. Utsuro. I don't doubt that at all. GG's Iroha Emma? What? They got them. What happened to them? They got them. However what? I'm talking about you, Nikkei. Aren't you pushing yourself too hard? Pushing myself? Me? I acknowledge your leadership, your information network, your ability to take action. I personally respect you for all of it. But how should I put this? It feels like you're too consumed by yourself. What are you trying to say? I'm not very good with words, so it's hard to express it clearly, but can't you be a little more open with us? Nikkei and Hajime having a date, meanwhile at Rohan and Emma are having a spy thriller subplot? No, I think they're also both dating. We share the same goals, which means we're friends. Comrades, right? Finding Yuta and reuniting Tenen are important, of course. Before all that, I think the bond I share with you all is important too. I think you're misunderstanding something. Friendship only exists between equals. Do you really think you and I are equals? Oh my god, this fucking guy, bro. To put it bluntly, you're just my subordinates. No. Anyway, if it weren't for me, you wouldn't have even known that Tenen was fading away. Am I wrong? I know that. I'm just saying we should help carry some of the burden on your shoulders. just take the hint, man. Oh, so you're saying you're worried about me? For it to come to the point where you're worrying about me, I guess the situation must really be serious. Are you really going to be okay? If there's anything we can help with. Shut up! Just gather information according to my orders. That's how you help me. As for one, bad enough that Roha's been yapping at me all day and getting on my nerves. Are you going to start too, Makodochi? No, yeah, okay. Let's drop this. I guess I just hit a nerve. By the way, why are they so late? Didn't they get caught? Sorry, don't tell me they got caught. Yeah, but they got him. Hey, look over there. What's wrong with the robot? Why? Why is she always like this? We failed. I guess we failed. Emma! Rohan! Hey! You guys! Oh my! Nikkei! Hajime! Hurry! Run! We failed. No, I'm so sorry. You idiots. The four men and women fled all at once, barely managing to shake off the security guards chasing after them. Hey, stop crying, Raha. These things happen. I love their outfits. They are very wintry. I like it. I'm sorry. So Raha lost her footing, tripped, and pulled out the main power cable. And that's how you got caught and everything fell apart? Is that it? Is that so... Just a fucking Looney Tunes character. This is... insane. Yeah. For the record, I didn't do anything wrong, okay? My acting was going perfectly. I'm sorry. But, Emma, didn't you see the cable from where you were standing? If you said just one word to me, this wouldn't have happened. What? No, it was my fault. My fault, okay? That cost you could get a Burrington? Burrington, that's a Burrington. Oh, a code, okay. Every time I see like a new word, I just assume it's like some type of food. More importantly, this is bad. If this place is a failure too, then we really don't have any leads left. You can tell Raha genuinely believes she deserved to be the one who lived out of all four. No, Hajime. To be precise, it was only dangerous because we got caught. But we definitely did access the information the game mentioned. Really? Were there traces of Utsuro's movements? Movements? Well, there were, but... It was like she just briefly passed. It was more like he just briefly passed through this facility. It was hardly enough to call it a real train. And then where did Utsuro go afterwards? We don't know. Damn it! Okay, what's going on? This isn't what you told us. You said that this time it was certain. So Emma and I risked ourselves to sneak in. I think they are doing a Scooby-Doo thing, yeah. How are you gonna take responsibility for this? Shut the hell up. Can't be happening. Can't be. This was supposed to be solid information this time. Don't tell me. Is Utsuro deliberately erasing his own trip? How? Isn't there any other way? Nikke. We can't let it end like this. There has to be some kind of breakthrough. Bigotry GPT? Nikke, I think you just got an email. Loud-ass notification. What? What is this? It was sent to my alternate account. No one should know about this account except you guys. You sent an email to my alternate account.
Yeah.
No, everyone's right here. There'd be no reason to send an email. Doesn't it list the sender? Who's it from? Let me check. Wait, who the hell is this? Mikito Sonoji, aka Gooner email? Okay, bro. I guess, bro. What does he want? He wants reassignment surgery. That's what he wants. You can delete that email and you and the other go to like a Denny's or an IHOP? I would rather go to the IHOP than the Denny's, man. Denny's is just not good. Hey, Denny's is so cool. Oh my god, this one. What the hell is this one gonna be? As the events of Utsurushima come to a close, the world begins to stabilize. An ominous aura lingers somewhere. A seed of despair that is yet to completely vanish. What is the identity of the next generation's symbol of despair? Uh-oh. I like the idea of Uso spending his last moments alive being like, wouldn't it be funny if those kids I helped never found a trace of me? Anyways, this opener line. What the hell? I love despair. I like watching people suffer. When I hear their screams and cries, I can't help but feel overwhelmingly happy. For someone like me, the ultimate despair was truly a godlike existence. Over the past few years, the numerous incidents caused by the ultimate despair drove me insanely excited. It was the first excitement and pleasure I had ever felt in my boring life, and I continue to indulge in it. But there is no such thing as an eternity. In the end, the ultimate despair was defeated by the ultimate hope, and the biggest, most awful despair event in human history was nearly brought to an end. Humanity overcame despair, embraced new hope, and moved toward into the future. That was despair for me. What in the fucking back streets is this? My name is Watanabe Taro. I don't recognize that name. I am a remnant of despair, who loves despair and lives for the sake of despair. Despair so good? Thank you for the roses. In this day and age, it is hard for despair to survive. The ultimate despair has been eradicated. Most of the remaining remnants of despair have either died or been imprisoned. Recently, as the world has regained hope, the judicial system has been fully restored. There's no way LINUJ is doing an SDRA2 There's no way, right? Surely not. Isn't Taro a John Doe name? Is it? I don't know. Maybe I should check out Chrono Arc someday, the thing you worked on, but... Recently, as the world has regained hope, the judicial system has been fully restored. And not only those bastards from the organization, but also the government's dogs are roaming around again. For us, the remnants of despair who worship despair, a situation like the current one can only be described as true despair. This was the place. However, even in such a despairing situation, hope still existed. After asking around here and there, I was finally able to make it here. To the Queen of Despair. Three blocks northwest from the dump site, past the broken payphone, and 15 steps forward toward the church. It opened, so the information was real. My chest begins to tremble. The person I'm about to meet is such a powerful figure that a mere underling like me wouldn't even be able to meet their eyes. The rumors that have been circulating these past few months. The information that there exists a new generation symbol of despair. Calmly commits crimes that consume all hope, will shock even God. Even God! Who the fuck's that supposed to be? Let's go in. A dark, dust-filled, worn-out staircase. It was a ruin that ordinary people wouldn't have even spared a glance at. It had a strangely reassuring atmosphere. It was precisely the aura of despair. It stunk like shit. After passing a few flights of stairs and corridors, I found a door from which an extraordinary presence was emanating. After taking several deep breaths, I knock on the door with a trembling hand. I momentarily... It's just the blue lock aura. Come in. Huh. The air trembles. At first glance, it might sound like the voice of a cute child, but hidden within it is a dreadful aura of despair. Just by hearing the voice, I could tell that I had come to the right place. Clutching my chest as it pounds madly without any sign of stopping. Soon, carefully, very carefully, I open the door. Compared to the outside, the inside of the door was in better condition than I expected. Dust from the ruins still drifted through the air, but in this room alone, there was no time to worry about something. An overwhelming pressure filling the small room to the brim. The moment that person entered my field of vision, I had no choice but to be overwhelmed. It's just a Roha, bro, right? Oh my god, bro. Not tough? Not only is it not tough, but like... It's also just... This is a bad hairdo for Roha. I'm sorry, this is... This is not a good look for her. Are you Watanabe Taro? At first glance, she looks like an ordinary girl. But from her shadowed face and extraordinary bearing, I could tell that she was anything but an ordinary human. A composure like that of a veteran who has been through every imaginable trial. Yeah. Literally. From that relaxed smile, I could taste a fragment of it. Does anyone know an ultimate hairstylist for Roha to get a new haircut? She just needs to give up the twin tail, okay? It's just not good. What? What is Taro up to? Yes, I'm Watanabe, the one who contacted you. For a moment, I forgot that she had called my name and simply stared at her blankly. So this person is the next generation symbol of despair, Ijue Roha. At some point, she became a legend among those of despair. Queen of Despair, Enoshima Junko III, New Generation Despair. All these are used to refer to her. Even just looking at her record. She was a member of the organization that kidnapped and murdered the symbol of the Next Generation Hope. And she went as far as assassinating an executive of the Kisaragi Foundation. And recently... She did not do that shit, bro. And recently, she even toyed with and killed that broker, whose identity had just begun to surface. Oh. What? No, you didn't. You did not kill Bael. That's not real. Moreover, despite committing all of these acts, she has never been caught by the government or the organization. And that remains true even now. I can't with those pro hair ties, it's... Oh my god. Even though she must truly be a fugitive hunted by the world, she's facing me this boldly. Her appearance was honestly a little different from what I had expected, but... Just thinking that the Queen of Despair who had accomplished such tremendous feats was standing right before my eyes, made goosebumps spread across my entire body. Yes, I received the letter in advance payment you sent. You mentioned there was another gift as well. Yes, that's right. Here. Saying that, I took a small box out of the bag I had prepared and handed it to the Queen. What is this? Yes, actually, I had a bit of a scuffle with those Kisaragi organization guys on my way here. After a fierce chase, I took one guy's head. I wanted to show your Majesty my resolve. The head? This is insane LARPs. A head? Yes, he was a young one. You idiot! Who asked you for something like this? I'm sorry. Even she was weirded out? I didn't think you caused trouble with the Kisaragi organization. Are you out of your mind? Coming all the way here in that state. What were you planning to do if you've been tracked by the organization? I'm sorry. I didn't think it through. She was absolutely right. I hadn't thought that far ahead. I was so carried away by the thought of meeting the Queen of Despair that I nearly caused her serious trouble. If you're sorry, then you should show some sincerity. Shouldn't you? Sincerity? You mean... Prepare 3 more. In addition to the funds sent today. 3 more? Can't you do it? And yet you still want to enter my service as my In Aroha's mind, is this just like... I'm not gonna say it, no. No. I'm just not. I'm just not. No, I can do it. It's a piece of cake. Oh my god, Bacon, you said it. You said it for me, so I didn't say it, okay? I didn't say it, you did, okay? I knew that's what you were thinking. There's an SUV prepared behind the building. Get in it and move out. For now, I'll have you taken to the hideout. One of the executives there will give you the details. That means mistakes can be made up for. Welcome. The new Ultimate Despair. I did it. That Monocro guy must be so dumb with the... Imagine if that's just like... Imagine if that's just like Bael like giving your like comms. just like the broker shit was just made up. I did it. In this bleak world where hope devours despair, I finally met the mother of despair and became a child of despair. The hard life I've endured until now is finally over. Only today, at last, have I become a member of the new Ultimate Despair. Congrats, bro. Welcome to the position. Bael! Stop. You! Divine luck! Divine luck! Divine luck! Always call it! Always call it! Always call it! Always call it! I'm never wrong. I'm just never wrong. What is wrong with that person? Are they insane? You abandoned house after Watanabe Taro. There, the Queen of Despair was jumping up and down, screaming. I mean, why on earth would you give someone's head as a gift? Who on earth would be happy to receive something like that? If he were normal, would he have come to people like us in the first place? It's not like I've only seen severed head once or twice. Once or twice, sure. But why would I be seeing severed heads in the first place? Hashimoto Bael, a broker who operates only in the underworld. After the Utsuroshima incident, his identity was brought to the open, and his actions shocked many people. However, he is known to the public as having died when a bridge collapsed during his escape from the Kisaragi organization's custody. He disguised the corpse that happened to be beneath the bridge as his own, making it appear as though only Nijime Roha had escaped with him. That's how it is known to the public. For some reason, it seems that people believe Nijime Roha had killed him, but the truth is only known to those involved. At least for now.
Nah.
Hey! Airhead! Shut it! What the hell was that? What the hell was with that late conversation earlier? What do you mean? 3 more? Seriously?
Those guys are the type who'd hand over their own lives without hesitation just to join the new ultimate despair. You could have said 10 more. They'd sell their organs to do whatever it takes to come up with the money. And in that situation, you only asked for 3. You forgot everything I taught you, didn't you? No, but the guy earlier looked like he was struggling even with just 3. Since when did we ever start caring about the circumstances of the fish?
It's literally just... It is just despair fandom, bro. I can't.
Those bastards are all screwed in the head. As long as we can get the money, that's all that matters. That's what the bait is for. You understand to get ready to move. I'll go deal with that guy from earlier. You understand to get ready to move. I'll go deal with that guy from earlier. Did you even listen to what that guy said earlier? He told us he had a run-in with the organization on his way here. If there's even the slightest chance we were tracked, we're finished. We already got the advance payment anyway, so we've achieved our objective. Forget the 3 or whatever. This guy should be taken care of here. Then the hideout too. Are you even asking? Of course we have to move it. But even so, this place was pretty decent compared to the ones we've used so far. Listen to you talk. You were the one whining about the dust and everything when we first got here. Hey, I'll be back soon. Don't you move an inch from here. See, Bael. What is it? How long do we have to keep living like this? Next generation symbol of despair, being of despair. Promoting some non-existent fantasy like the new ultimate despair. This life's of squeezing dirty money out of the fish who bite the bait. Are you really satisfied with that, Mr. Hashimoto? Of course, I know that with our faces already known to everyone, this is the only way for us to make a living. And with the judicial system restored and the Kisaragi's organization's power growing stronger, I know there's no other way. But we survived, didn't we? We survived that hellish killing game. So, someday, this life on the run will end, and we'll return to our daily lives as proper members of society. Well, we kinda have to get a job, you know? Right? If it's you, Bael, it's possible, isn't it? If it's you, Bael, you could come up with an even more brilliant method. Hey! What exactly do you think I am? What? Well, the world's greatest villain who even backs up the infamous Mikado? Maybe? Hey, Eric, listen carefully. I don't know what kind of delusions you have about a guy named Bael, but my name's Sona. I've been living like this from the very beginning. Do you think trash like me has been living large and stylishly all this time? Trash lives by doing trashy things. If you're sick of this crap, then as of today, our deal's over. We've earned more than enough money, and with this much, I could lie low and run some other kind of business. That means you can stop playing the villain role you hate so much. No, that's not what I meant. I have no intention of working with someone who still clings to society. Oh, that's not what I meant. If you disappear, then Why are you so attached to me? You've done it. Sorry, you have it, don't you? The remnants of divine luck? But this is You saw it back at the Daigo Bridge, right? Hikamida is still alive. By some stroke of luck. No one knows how it happened. Just like you used to look for Utsuro back then. You could try looking for that guy. What? How am I supposed to do this alone? Fuck. Why am I even sitting here dealing with this nonsense? This story's over. It's a waste of our time. I'll take care of that guy from earlier from now on. So you can either live or die on your own. See, Bael, I was wrong. Please don't abandon me. What? What in the air siren is that? What is the sound? Damn. It's the crab that bastard dragged along with him earlier. They're agents from the organization. Judging by the volume of the sound, it's already too late to get to the SUV. I should have wasted time with you. Damn it! Oh no! What do we do? What do we do now? What do you mean, what do we do? Jowarida! It's... We've gotta run. No matter what it takes. Take me with you! The sickening tale of sickening bastards. Get straight to the conclusion of this short anecdote. The two of them somehow managed to escape. However, because of this incident, it seems their trail became quite long, and even for Seabao, there were many restrictions. Or whether a deal was made again with the Rohab, no one knows. The Queen of Despair continued to make appearances from time to time after that, together with henchmen in suits wearing crow masks. It seems their deal isn't over yet. Wow, what a... Seabao, change for me? I saw the good in you. Come on. Anyways, the thing next up is just yeah, what a horror movie? Yeah, basically. Melody Rhythm National Tour, a nationwide tour of comforting melodies and rhythms, spreading hope from a world plunged into despair. Someone comes to visit the twins, symbol of next generation hope and the super popular band. If BAD is a good one, I'm not gonna check it out until we get to it after Institution. I'm pretty excited to see what it is. Is it... I'm assuming it's just gonna be springing off of the successful transition that that Mikado had. Alright everyone, let's go! Oh, this is copyrighted! This is copyrighted! This is copyrighted! Melody Rhythm. A highly skilled two-member band that was already famous even before the biggest, most despair-inducing incident in human history, and known as the symbol of next generation of hope. Sorry, chat. It's just gonna have to be quiet for a little bit. Until I can trust this game again. After the incident, Melody Rhythm traveled the country giving free concerts, using their songs to breathe life back into a society that had fallen into despair. They donated most of their wealth to reconstruction efforts, and on days without performances, they volunteered, bringing hope to countless people. A vocalist who heals the minds and bodies of those consumed by despair with her beautiful voice. The older twin sister. Hibiki Otonokoji. Saint Von Kanade. Always supporting your sister and shaping the melody with their charming guitar sound. The younger twin, Kanade Otonokoji. Until now, the two of them traveled all across the country, spreading hope to people in their own unique way. The loving side of King Von. That was La 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 pretty sweet. Thank you. Thank you so much for all your support. The crowd's passionate cheers resound throughout the concert hall without showing any signs of fading. Only after finishing about 3 encore performances were they finally able to step down from the stage. When shit hit the fan, are you still a fan? You're so dumb. Okay, finally. The copyrighted music is over. We're back to our regularly scheduled program. Nade, today's performance was so perfect, right? It was so much fun. Yeah, I had fun too, sis. Tomorrow's our day out for the first time in a while and we don't have any plans. What do you want to do? Do we go on a little day trip somewhere? Yeah. Sounds good, sis. Since we're already in Tohoku for the tour, we could swing by Hokkaido, soak a bit in the hot spring, and then head down to Tokyo. Yeah. Let's do that, sis. What are you planning? What's the game plan? Alright. Nade, you contact the manager for us. Just imagine Kinjo appear behind you and arrest you for using a second of copyrighted music. I'm going to run to the restroom for a bit. Wait here. Yeah, okay. Sis. Don't make that face. Oh, I'm scared. I'm scared. Always energetic and cheerful Hibiki, and the timid yet quiet and gentle Kanade. At first glance, it looked like an ordinary conversation between sisters. Their image wasn't much different from how the public perceived them. However, their conversation felt somehow strange. Oh, you think? You think? It looked like they were having a conversation, but metaphorically, it was like someone was talking to an automated response machine. If you listen closely, it was a conversation that carried an unmistakable sense of Okay, yes, we... LINUJ. LINUJ, I know. What? Why? What? Why is he the bus driver all of a sudden? What are you doing here? Was that because Yaku's a character? Yeah, what the fuck? there's probably no need to think about something like that. I don't entertain trivial doubts about the requests I receive. That's how I work, and it's both my belief and my value system. The target I've been designated by Mikado Sonoji. This time, twins from that famous band. Compared to the firefighter guy we kidnapped last week, this is definitely a piece of cake. Something feels odd. Those sisters. No particular reason. Purely a gut feeling honed through the years of working as a broker. First of all, the older sister is far too defenseless. She's a celebrity. No, even if she's not. People these days are usually much more cautious. No matter what anyone says. Ever since that incident, the world's complacency about safety completely collapsed. And despite that, she's the so-called next generation symbol of hope. Her face known to everyone, and still, there's absolutely no caution. At this rate, even an old yard dog will be more alert than she is. On the other hand, the younger sister has absolutely no openings of her own. It's strange. On the surface, she looks just as defenseless as sister, but how should I put it? It's like there's an invisible killing intent around her. Just aura. Is she really just an ordinary person? My instincts are screaming at me that attacking and abducting that woman wouldn't be easy, even for me. That's why I'm tailing the twin sisters. If it weren't for this unsettling feeling, I would have kidnapped them long ago without bothering to follow them first. They split up. Based on the information I received beforehand from Mikado Sonoji, my own observations of the two, I think they truly care about each other. In particular, the younger sister seems extremely attached to the older one. In that case, perhaps it should target the older sister first. No matter how extraordinary she may be, if her family is taken hostage, she's bound to show no. Shall we make a move now? That felt refreshing. More importantly, this short is hilarious. I should go. Hibiki even watches YouTube shorts. I love her. Then, huh? Keep quiet. If you make a scene, I'll cut you. Huh? Huh? I told you to be quiet. I'm not saying it twice. After finishing the grueling performance, the older sister's relieved expression turned twisted in an instant. The older sister, paralyzed with fear, seemed so shocked that she couldn't even think about the screaming. Without me even saying a word. Just as I expected. This was far too easy. Hey, get that younger sister of yours and tell her to come to the bathroom. Huh? Do it. Unless you want to die. Kanade, are you going after Kanade too? Sir, what's your goal? I can give you as much money as you want, just please. No, Kanade. I have no grudge. This is just business. I'll give you 5 seconds. Open your phone and send an email or make a call.
What the? Ooh. In an instant, the atmosphere changed. The twin sister who had been talking to me just moments ago went completely limp, as her Bluetooth connection had been cut. At first, I thought she had lost consciousness, but that wasn't it. She's aware, yet there's no self. That's how I should put it. What the hell is this? You get tased? Please. Open your eyes, sir. Oh, okay. So you finally come to your senses, huh? Oh, you are. Oh. As soon as I came to my senses, I pulled out a knife and tried to stab the woman who was right by me, but... You know, the week before OMAKE drop, I made an agenda post about Skanati being a sneak person, then this drop. I immediately realized that all my limbs were completely restrained. Despite being restrained, the tingling sensation and stiff muscles made it clear I'd been hit by a stun gun. I'm sorry. It seemed like you were following me the whole time, so I tried to shake you off. You're quite skilled, it seems. It was hard to shake you off, so I decided to turn the tables and attack instead. What is she even saying? Is she claiming that I was the one who attacked? She's not a mob boss. Not a serial killer behind an unsolved case, and not even an elite agent from an intelligence agency. She's just an ordinary girl in the band. So why were you following me? You're the one who was in row C53 during the performance, right? Whoa! Whoa! You weren't even pretending to cheer. And more than that, you said it a lot because you felt like you were giving off a dangerous vibe. Okay, that I can get, but like... knowing the seed? After the performance, he kept following me, so I sent Hibiki alone to the bathroom. And just as I thought, you bit the bait. What the hell are you anyway? Me? After watching the performance, you still don't know who I am? Of course, I'm Kanata Yatonokoji, the guitarist of the famous band Melody Rhythm. Cut the crap. What did you do to your sister? Huh? I don't understand what you mean. I clicked my tongue at the younger sister, acted completely unfazed. Sending her sister to the bathroom. Can't be. His sister went there of her own free will. While telling them, the younger sister had no involvement in her sister's actions. Not only that, she kept giving short, automatic affirmatives like an answering machine. And when I attacked her sister, a strange phenomenon occurred as if all power suddenly shut off, followed immediately by an attack with the stun gun. This woman. Surely not. So, what's your goal? Tell them their purpose to stalk people without even knowing their place. You're not that type, are you? Someone hire you or something? Well, if you don't want to talk, that's fine. Since you've seen Hibiki in that state, I'll have to deal with you here. After saying that, the younger sister began heating the sharp blade with a lighter. Whoa! Oh, okay. I was slightly hoping that you might be someone who could give Hibiki a new kind of simulation, since you don't seem like just some random person. A new kind of stimulus. Like just now when you threatened Hibiki with that knife? It's been a while. Seeing Hibiki so terrified like that. Ever since she became the next generation symbol of hope, all eyes have been on her. All precautions against dangerous situations, the chance to actually enjoy them has disappeared.
I prefer the time of the greatest, most despairing event in human history. Heck, then I even had to take care of Hibiki's diaper after all. Oh. Okay. Oh, I just remembered again. Hibiki was really cute back then. So you get off on cornering with your sister, enjoying... It's not exactly that. It's just that Hibiki's doll-like state has been lasting so long that her reactions are gradually fading. And that's a problem. Dreams are like that, aren't they? Once you achieve everything, there's this sense of emptiness. You know what I mean? These days, the judicial system is recovering, and the chaos is mostly settled. It has become harder to get some strong stimuli. It's a shame, really. Perhaps in the not-too-distant future, I might have to put my affairs in order together with Hibiki. Honestly, these days, I'm not really feeling very happy. I wonder if someone might stir up something on a massive scale. I'd be more than willing to help, you know? So she was down to do it for the content?
That's awesome. That was my mistake. This woman was far more dangerous than I had thought. She wasn't someone to be taken lightly. I don't understand the principle behind it, but this woman has turned her own sister into something like a doll and is controlling her. It's hard to believe, but it was the truth. How does Sonoji knew? Did he keep it a secret despite knowing? No, that can't be it. There's nothing Mikado Sonoji would gain by blindsiding me with something like this. It was simply that this woman had been insane without anyone noticing. But thanks to this woman, we were growing talkative because she thought she was going to kill me anyway. A breakthrough finally presented itself. Hey, before you kill me, do you mind if I take a moment? What is that? What did you just say? Hearing that gave me confidence. Maybe I could give it to you. The simulation you want.
それが何?
I'm not really interested. I don't think someone like you is capable of doing anything all that impressive. No, listen. Maybe a short story, but from what I've heard observed about you, I'm sure it would be something that catches your interest. I suppose I'll hear you out. Go ahead. Speak. The New World Program, have you heard of it? I guess that's what the end of it is? Because I can't imagine back it online. Okay, nice. Thank you for showing me your language. Interesting review. Established an organization with his classmates to combat the remnants of despair. She shares a strong bond with his colleagues. And forced through the tough times they've endured together. While their days are hard but fulfilling, Injo begins to sense a lingering problem. What? After a funeral service? I wonder. I recognize that voice actor, isn't it? What do you think about so deeply? Deputy Director? Huh? Oh, it's nothing. I think my eyes are getting a little blurry. I told you, Kinjo. You're exhausted, aren't you? Don't talk way harder to let you take some time off. You've got a mountain of unused vacation days piling up anyway. It's not that I could use them, I just didn't. There's no time to rest in the 80s. I've been doing overtime every single day as it is. Cleaning up after. I can't really argue with that. Why'd you call me, Kisaragi? Whenever I talk to you, the conversation always ends up going off on a tangent.
Well, it's about that. It's nothing else, but... What? A company trip? Yeah, more precisely. It's only for the executives from the 79th graduating class. At that point, it might be closer to a reunion, I guess.
Oi.
You know. Have you even thought about how the agency's supposed to function if all 16 of us are gone?
Yare yare.
Ah, it'll work out somehow. Things like that always do. More than that, I think we deserve to have a little bit more fun. Do you even remember the last time all of us gathered together? Have fun, huh? Honestly. So I'm asking you a favor. Kinjo, could you go around and ask the others one by one if there's anywhere they'd like to go? Why do I have to do that?
頼むぜ。
Please! Fine, I got it. I knew it wouldn't be that easy. In that case, I'll have to try another way.
あれ。
What did you just say?
そうだ。
I said I'll do it. You actually agreed so easily, Kinjo. Yeah, I agree too with chat. I think this also was Ko. Surprisingly, it's very lacking in Yuki Maeda. I can't imagine why. You're just gonna keep pestering me until I agreed anyway, aren't you? If that's the case, it's more efficient to just get it over with and go back to work. Kinjo, you... After all these years, you finally come to understand what kind of person I am.
Thank you.
Okay, since that's settled, please do some investigating for me. At this hour, everyone should still be at their respective departments. Sure. I'll go do it, Director. Thus, my investigation into employees' trip destinations began. The truth I already knew. The reason Kisaragi was making me do this investigation. Kisaragi had been dead set on getting me to take a break for weeks now. Of course, the reunion of the 79 class at meeting. But she probably also wanted to make me slow down even a little by having me do the investigation. I appreciate it, but the world still hasn't fully recovered. I can't just spend my time laughing and fooling around with my colleagues. So boring, bro. Have some fun. I feel bad for Kisaragi, but I should probably finish this as quickly as possible and return to work. How about the United States? What? That came out of nowhere. Besides, isn't going overseas a bit too grand? I'm not even sure if planes are flying normal. It went back to normal operations a few days ago, so no problem. Now how about Haneda Airport?
なんだ。
Why the United States? Is there some reason for it? Kinjo, don't listen to Ehara. He just wants to see the casinos in Las Vegas, that's all. Bro, you're a Bible thumping gambler?
おい。
Hey, you.
これは。
That's not it. Yes, I want to see the St. Patrick's Cathedral. Oh, let's go with that. Furukawa, what about you? Now we probably want to go to a church. I think that's his cover story.
私は
As for me?
おい。
Hold on. Why are you in the HR department? You're so naturally there that I almost glossed over it.
ついうっかり
Well, right. I came to get the list of interviewees from Uehara.
なんでもない。
Nope. I actually just came to slack off. The counseling department and HR are right next to each other after all. I was also in DRA. He had a fascination with gambling. Kakeguri masho!
あいや今のは
Hey, so this is how you get revenge? Just answer the investigation questions to get back to work already. I'll take that as a sign to hurry up and answer the investigation so we can get back to work. I don't even mind where we go as long as we all go together. Let it be wherever Yamada-kun wants to go.
そうか。
So the same place as Kisaragi, huh? Got it. By the way, Kinjo, how are you doing these days? It's been awfully hard to see you around. How am I doing? Same as always. If I have more free time, I'd like to complete it with you all, but...
Maybe that's why Yamada-kun planned a company trip in the first place. Because everyone's busy, so we can at least spend a little time together and relieve stress.
I'm seeing Kinchi that meme. Yeah, something like that. He's always been a leader, after all.
君もそうだろ
That goes for you too, Kinjo. Huh? The reason Kisaragi can lead us the way he does is because you're always there supporting him from the side. We all know that.
ありがとう。
Yeah?
Yamada-kun always talks about you too. And says he's so grateful.
そうか
Grateful. I'm just doing what needs to be done. Anyway, like what Hana said, it was nice seeing your face after so long. I'm not sure if we'll actually get to go on the trip, but if we do, let's use it to refresh ourselves. Oh my god. No! I want to see him again! No! Fuck that guy! No! Go away! No redemption! No redemption! It's not allowed. You're... The go to the franchise? Covered in Mitch and saved by Tsuruki Kinjo. A company trip? Well, of course it has to be Hawaii. Surfing and diving on the southern island, hanging out with super cool, tanned, muscular, handsome guys? No, if it's a trip for us, there's no punting involved. Exactly. And we already have a super cool, tanned, muscular, handsome guy right here. Me. Higa Mitsuhiro.
本当に殺されたいわけ。
Higa, before I decide to kill you, can you please never say something that disgusting again? Hawaii. United States again? They all really want to go on an overseas trip that bad.
どこがいいかな。
I don't feel like dealing with overseas travel. How about we just go somewhere like Oita and enjoy the hot springs instead?
Yeah, I agree. I traveled overseas like crazy during my playing days, so I'm pretty sick of it.
You dreamless bunch. Kinjo, you know what I mean, right? Hawaii! Hawaii!
おい
Kisaragi makes the final decision. I'm just gathering opinions. By the way, Maki, Hika, are you two getting ready to deploy? Was there an operation tonight?
No operation, just standby duty. Things have gotten pretty peaceful lately, so we spend a lot of time waiting around.
それよりも、
That's right, Kinjo. Tell these two off. They always come over to my desk complaining they're bored and just loaf around.
What are you talking about? You're the one who calls us over because you're bored, Tamori. Oh, too. They're my friends, but they really love goofing off.
マジ？
Looks like Kurokawa was skipping out on work too.
Yeah, Maki's right. Things are peaceful. The administrative departments are always swamped, but for us, there's no incident. We end up pretty idle.
ほら。
We're better off when things are quiet and uneventful, Kinjo. As a former police officer, you know that, don't you?
そうか
Well, you're not wrong.
Kyoko, unlike you guys, I'm busy, so why don't you start hanging out? See? I'm getting into the call already.
Wow, you jerk! You think no one would notice you're trying to score points with Kinjo so you can go to Hawaii? Hi, Blazer. Welcome to the stream. Side C2. I wish I had streamed my Hongbu banner, but it was. I think his penance for getting early pity. Sorry, not early pity, but like getting extremely good luck on that last Walpurgis banner. I just had to get a hard pity on the Hongbu banner. You got Callisto? Yeah, that's right. Come on. And I need to build team anyway. And I need to build lead anyways. Honestly, once I build lead, I'm probably just going back to the boredom. I'm personally made to shard? Yeah, that's fair. I will say though, it's really fucking busted. Like the empowered skill 3 of skill 3 Honglu legit just nuked the fuck out of like Fey Lantern during my dailies. But do you play gacha games? Yes, I do, partner. I play Limbus Company and I play Arknights Enfield. I used to play Persona 5 X, but I kind of got a little drained from that. Shut up, Higa. I'll kill you. So loud. Anyway, it was Hawaii Anointed, right? Not confirmed that. I hope I could see you for the, oh god. I hope I can see you for the, Lockport Marathon I'm gonna do pretty soon. You idiot! Kobachin, obviously we should go to the mountains. You're the idiot! Of course we should go to the beach. So, which one is it? I don't have time, you know. Stop fighting and decide quickly. Kobachin just wants to see girls in their swimsuits. Don't... Doesn't he? You pervert.
Big fan of the Fumuk tuber, it's so tough.
Thank you so much for the tip, Blaster Blue. Big fan of the Fumuk PNG tuber, it's so tough. Oh, we got TTS? Yes, we have TTS. I love Bael so much for the work that they did in this. I think the funnest part of it is well, it's not really the funnest part, but I think my personal favorite detail during the whole thing is that we kind of just had to resign on the idea of like showing like legs because of how the dress works. So, I think like every time I've commissioned Bael, I have never gotten down to like the boots that like I. Yeah, thank you so much. Kobachin just wants to see girls in their swimsuits, doesn't he? You pervert. Libido monster. No, that's not it. I mean, well, lately I've gotten into fishing, so sea fishing. It's my first time tuning into a Danganronpa fan game stream, so I'm gonna sit back and observe while you do your thing. Yeah, it's this is a very spoiler-heavy stream, considering that this is like, kind of like the extras portion. But you're free to sit down regardless. If you want, you can check out the Danganronpa and other streams. They were really fun. SDRA2 specifically is just such a shit show. What kind of fishing nonsense is that? Quit talking crap and just go climb a mountain. You said last time you wanted to build you wanted to build up your stamina more, right? I'm choosing the mountains for your sake, Kobachin. What? You remembered that. You're not. If you're gonna say that, then I've got something to say too. And my peep, yeah, it's super fun. It's embarrassing to admit, but it's not other girls I want to go to the beach with. It's you. Oh my god, no! Don't do it. Don't remind me. What did she say? Don't make me say it twice. I want to see you in a swimsuit. So adorable. There. It's legit head gem. It's head gem. Kobachin. Never mind. Switched up in less than 5 seconds. Iranami.
Oi.
Kobachin, kids are starting to get pissed off. Alright then, let's do this. It's been a while. We'll settle it with a match.
The winner gets to choose where we go. Oh, you're challenging me to a match. It's only been a while. Bring it on anytime. Then we'll settle it with that game from last time. If I win, we go to the beach. If you win, we go to the mountains. Teacher, just wait right there. I'll win this in no time and be right back. I'm sure. I'm the one who's going to win. Kinjo, just wait for me. Can these two shut up and get a room together? Kobayashi-kawa, Iranami. As for my preferred destination, I don't particularly have one. The final one's probably just gonna be Yuki, right? Oh my god, I forgot about this hunk of muscle. A company trip. Yeah, it's true. I've been pretty busy lately. It'd be nice to go on a trip somewhere and blow off some steam. Get refreshed.
でも
But if all 16 of us are away, wouldn't that cause some disruption to our work? To be honest, we're pretty busy as it is. I do want to go, though.
仕方ない
Right. Maybe not so much for the field division, but for the administrative division, it's always hell. You two really are the only hope of the entire 79th class. What are you talking about? No, they know he's right. You must be busy. So just tell us if there's somewhere you'd like to go. It won't take up much of your time.
そうですか
Somewhere I want to go. How about it? The north. There are a few places that come to mind. I'm fine with anywhere. As long as I'm with everyone, I'm sure it'll be fun no matter where we go.
いいぞ
Inori, I was thinking the exact same thing. Actually, me too. Just so you know, the candidates so far are Las Vegas, wherever Yamada-kun wants to go, Hawaii, Oita, and no particular preference. I just feel like there are a lot of strange options in there. They all sound like they'd be fun. By the way, Kinjo, where do you want to go? Huh? Me? You're part of the 79 class too, Kinjo. Of course we should hear your opinion as well. I haven't really thought about it. If I had to choose Nori Yamaguchi, I would probably just leave it up to the others. Same as you two. Are the three of us maybe a little too modest? Kinjo? Modest? No. It's something my father often tells me too. He says it'd be okay if I put myself first a little more. Even you, Ando, who says that, are someone who puts others first. That's true.
さ
Then, just as Ando wishes, if I were to be a little selfish for once, somewhere peaceful. A peaceful place? I want to go somewhere where I don't have to work anymore. Like Maki said earlier, if the world becomes peaceful, then we'll be able to take it easy. Somewhere you wouldn't have to work anymore. That means...
まさか
Kinjo, don't tell me you were planning to work even on the company trip.
本気か
At least we're on the trip. Let's just relax and have fun. That ain't happening with the 15 of them. Especially with Yuki around. No, of course I'll relax too if we go on the trip. I just tried giving a slightly selfish answer to Inori's question about where I want to go. I feel like you may have slightly misunderstood the intent of my question, but that's okay.
ありがとうございます
Thank you for coming all the way in here on purpose, Kinjo. If you ever get hurt, please make sure to come see me. Thank you, Kinjo. Some time has passed since then. Since Satori and Bigotry are absent due to work, I'll just ask them separately later. Let's see. That means that the ones left are Atano, Tyra, and... Maina? Oh, that makes sense.
swear, I'll get to lobotomy soon, Carmen. Don't. Can you unblur the face? Can you? Ugh.
大丈夫？
Kinjo-kun, are you okay? What the hell's Yuki's gonna be? If he's the last one. Kinjo-kun, are you okay?
体調でも悪いのか？
Does your head hurt? Should I call Nori? No, it was just for a moment. What was that? Kinjo-kun, you're always pushing yourself. Maybe it really would be better for you to get some rest.
そうか。
In that sense, maybe this company trip was a good decision after all. I hope it heals everyone, both body and in mind.
そうだよね。
Right? That's so like you, Kisaragi-kun. We should prepare something too. Tyra, your face. Huh? What about my face? Did I get something on it? No. Maybe it's just my imagination.
さあ
So then, is there anywhere you two would like to go?
でも、
Even if you put it that way. Yes, there is something on it. And it's not just a little bit. Yeah, actually. Yami-chan and I already went on a trip together not long ago. Well, let me get a napkin? Yes.
そうか
Can someone get her eraser? Maybe that'll fix it. Bro, you'll just give her like slender face. What if LINUJ just like forgot to like draw under it?
あ
Yeah, it was fun. It's a little embarrassing, but I haven't really traveled much before. Kinda got to meet around to various places, so I was able to really enjoy myself. Back when I worked as a traveling maid, I went to a lot of different places, though only within the country. Just couldn't be bothered. Intentionally left blank. Oh, now that I think about it, I probably haven't been abroad either. Maybe going overseas this time wouldn't be such a bad idea. Do you know any foreign languages, Tyra? No. Sounds like a tour into a trip where we just trail along behind Weihara and make it through the whole time. Ugh. Kinjo-kun,
大丈夫か？
you okay? Is your head hurting again?
だったら、
Hang on, I'll go get the first aid kit. And then on to Yuki. No. Something's definitely wrong. Something feels off. What is this? This sense of unease. What on earth is it? Kinjo. It's Yuki, right? I heard from Kisaragi. You're surveying destinations for the company trip, right? You... Maeda.
ごめん。
Kisaragi asked me to help you if I could. But am I too late? Maeda. Your face.
え？
My face? What about my face? Your voice was perfect? Thank you. Would need nail polish at this point? What is this? I didn't feel anything just a moment ago. Dude, it's so unreal. LINUJ has to know about the Kinjo Maeda like agenda, right? But since meeting Tyra and Maeda, my head has started to ache terribly. On top of that, I can't see their faces clearly. It's as if someone has just censored their faces. That can't be right. They're both precious friends. Both? Alright. Yeah, sure. Kinjo, Red, Maeda. What did you say? Travel, brr. If we go, brr, you'll, brr. I can't hear your voice. Does Utsunoshima Island also go on like Roblox filters? Oh. Die, will you? My head. He's the founder? True. Okay, fairs. What are you saying, Mai? Aren't you coming to kill me? Tsurugi Kinjo? Oh wait, that's Usuro, sorry. He remained silent in that spot without saying a single word. Without the slightest movement. It almost looked as though he was waiting for me to speak. Kisaragi. What should I do? You've grown quite weak since I last saw you, Kinjo. Are you really that dependent on Kisaragi GPT? Are you so lacking in judgment now that you have to ask me something like that? But Kinjo, your ideals collapsed long ago. You can tell just by looking at this broken utopia, can't you? Your ideals are absurdly grand, flawless, twisted. Not even the New World program, nor any supercomputer you can bring, will be able to realize your utopia. You want to eradicate evil, but you yourself wield evil. That contradiction is so... I still can't believe he said that line. He's so insane. You want to live happily with everyone from the 79th place, yet no matter what. You can't forgive Utsuro and the entire economy. That contradiction. Your ideals are riddled with contradictions. So of course, errors are bound to occur. I know. And my ideals are full of contradictions. And I'm hardly worthy of having ideals at all. And that's right. No one can create your utopia for you. But you can seize reality. Dark and bleak though it may be. A reality that only you can create. Go, Kinjo. You've already made your decision anyway. You know you can't stop. And you know you can't turn back. In that case, the only thing left to face forward... The only thing left is to face forward and keep moving. Go. And bring that day to its conclusion. Ever your utopia was too cringe for Kisaragi GPT to generate? Kisaragi. I'm sorry. This is all I can say. This is all I can ever say to you. Whoa. What a sentence. That day. Back at the collapsing laboratory. If only I'd been able to say something different. No. That's not it. Thanks to you, I've made up my mind. That's so. Seems it's still too early to go on a trip. Once everything is over, that's when we'll finally go. Together with everyone. Yeah. Together with everyone. That was nice. I wonder what the hell Kinjo's doing now that he's just went on leave. Kisaragi's face gradually fades away, and at last, silence falls. The utopia is more than I deserve. I still have many things left that I need to do, don't I? Let's return to the class trial. Let's go on, and sever the final bond I still haven't been able to. Once everything is finished, that's when I'll truly come back. To this place where everyone is. Wow, okay. That's pretty solid, honestly. But the equation here is that at the end of the chronology raised the only 79th class survivor left. I'll be going up next. Thank for stopping Nada. Anyways, what made you think that? Although I mean the obvious thing is that what's the word? Is that Kinjo Loki just collapsing due to the red eye syndrome? Whatever the fuck that is. Anyways, this is the HRT one, right? I'll go where everyone else. Oh, right. Sorry, chat. This is another ending that could have happened, but will never happen. Having achieved her goal. Sorry, chat. We're gonna be a little confusing. We're using she, her pronouns from Mikado Sonoji now. She is now in her comfortable body. And can you believe this is called a bad ending? Can you believe that? Are we woke? That world was already filled with embers and ashes. The remnants of the collapsed civilization endlessly spewed black smoke. And the dark clouds filling the sky wept tar-like tears. To the woke part, not the ashes? I already thought the dude shooting himself, his body was slowly dying and just sped up the process. Yeah, Oh, I already said that line. I was about to say. It truly was a hell that can only be described as the end of the world itself. She's so comfortable in her own body. I wonder what her new name's gonna be, because I don't want to dead name her. Yeah, I know, right? Wow, what a sight. Does this mean Japan's finished too? What do you think, Hajimoto-kun? Took just a week to wipe out an entire country. Not a bad time for not a bad time for a time attack, wouldn't you say? Still, even now, I can truly appreciate just how incredible Usuro-sama is. Divine luck. This power is truly difficult to control. Power that produces results without process. In this, no calculation can ever apply. It's pure abnormality. Say that again? Honestly, it's astonishing that such a mundane and boring person held this power for so many years.
If it weren't for that level of restraint, they'd surely have gone insane within a year. You've been talking a lot. Mikado Sonoji. She looks so gray. I mean, well, now that she got her manly on the face, yeah, I do see it a little bit, but you know, she was kind of like in tune. Starved of sunlight. Oh, you're still calling me by that. Oh my god, there's actual name too! No! No! Stop! 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 What's your new name, Queen? Oh, you're still calling me by that name. Having broken free from the limits of an alter ego and gained the body, I no longer need to use that foolish father's name. It's an actual dead name. Now that the world's cleanup is finished, the plan will move on to the next stage anyway, so I suppose I'll need a new name. Do you have any good suggestions for a name, Hashimoto-kun?
Nah.
Why are you asking me that? You can just decide for yourself. This is a very interesting looking Slay Spire too. Hi, Potassium Lover. Anyways, isn't it insane that Bael said the right thing here? He's so dark mode. Well, aren't we business partners in a close relationship? It's only natural to ask your partner's opinion. Ah, then how about a name like this? Sora. Doesn't that perfectly suit my current form? He's so mad. What's wrong? You don't like it? Ah, I see. Now that you mentioned Hashimoto-kun, you did think quite highly of Sora, didn't you? I never did. You're not very honest, are you? Alright, let's call it a rest for today. And starting tomorrow, we'll go finish off the other countries. Which country's the closest from here? Was it Korea? Hey! Whoa! Whoa, that's Sora to you! Huh? Let me ask you a question. Why are you letting me live? The plan has already succeeded. Now that you obtained divine luck and a body, you shouldn't need any more helpers. Even after getting a body, why do you keep taking me along? Hashimoto-kun, what are you saying? Have you now suddenly developed a death wish? Well, if you get to die no matter what, I have no problem with granting that wish. Stop dodging the point and answer the question. You're right. As you said, there's absolutely no reason for me to spare you and keep you around. But, did you know that among all life on Earth, only humans can perform such actions without reason, Hashimoto-kun? The current me has surpassed the limits of an alter ego, gained a body, and finally became human. Since I've become human, I'm simply acting in a human way. Who could possibly object to that? So, you're a human, you say. But you're bullshit. It's not even fun. Whoa, okay, we're gonna have to take a time out here, Bael? Do you really believe that I'm lying? Can you feel it? The beating of this heart? The warmth of the skin? Why is Why did you keep the static, Sora? You need to let your past go. If this isn't human, then what is it?
네.
Are you going to retire that body? To be honest, I haven't had a physical body for so long, so everything still feels unfamiliar. In the end, there's no choice but to live in a reality as a human and gradually adapt and become accustomed. I've come to realize that humans are truly inconvenient and inferior creatures, but if it's for the sake of obtaining a body, this much is nothing. How's that even yeah, I'm wondering. So the reason you're keeping me alive is that I'm like an experimental material for adapting as a human. No? I already told you there's no particular reason. As you said, I'm lucky and I have a body. Even without Hashimoto, I can adapt as a human without much difficulty. If you keep asking why, it's simply because it's much more fun this way. I see. It's because it's fun. It's because it's so much more fun when Hashimoto-kun is around. How should I put it? I'll never get tired of you. Girl, no! He's transphobic. He's not gonna accept you for who you are. No matter what the people will say, you played a big part in helping me get this far. Personally, among the humans I've seen, you're the second highest rated after Utsuro. I'm confident of that. You already know this too, right? As long as I want you, there's nothing you can do to escape from me. So... I'm sorry, Hashimoto-kun, but you have to keep following me. That is until I grow tired of you as a human. Fun! Chat, I almost spat my drink reading that line. Hashimoto no longer spoke to him. No, her, as he swallowed his words. All he could do was laugh hollowly. In fact, laughing was the only thing he could do. There was nothing else he could do. Looking up at the dark sky, what was Hashimoto thinking? No one. Not even Hashimoto himself could answer. This is a story that never actually happened. However, it is the story of one possibility that could have happened. One that was bound to happen. And it only took the ending of the world for him to accept her. He's really touched with power, huh? God, okay. White-haired magical girl. After the Utsunoshima incident, Yoriko Kabuya returned to her daily life. Rumors were circulating that when in danger, a white-haired magical girl would save you. On hearing these stories, she went to the— Oh no, no! I'm scared, y'all. My ride or die ship. Here we go. Thank you so much, Dr. Kabuya. Thanks to you, Doctor, I was able to regain my everyday life. Don't thank me. All I did was listen to your story. Overcoming the wounds of the heart was entirely your own strength, so you don't need to thank me. And so, if you hadn't listened to me, Doctor, I don't think I could have ever stood up again. Thank you, Doctor. Thank you. Yoriko Kabuya. Back when she was a student, she pretended to be older and worked as a hostess. However, she had a natural talent of listening to other stories. After humanity's greatest and most devastating tragedy, she used her talent to listen to the stories of many people. Thanks to Yuriko, the people she counseled were able to overcome their physical and mental suffering. Having treated countless of people's at those PTSD, gradually became to be called the symbol of next generation hope among them. And because of that, she became entangled in a certain incident. It was a horrifying experience that even Yuriko herself never wanted to recall. Yeah, it was an experience she could never forget. One that completely changed her life. Through the countless connections forged in that incident, Yuriko grows, faces despair, and learns many things. As a result, she survived that horrific incident, and even now, she uses that experience to heal people's minds. Oh, by the way, Doctor, have you been facing any difficulties or troubles lately? Difficulties? Well, for me, every day's the same. That kind of thing shouldn't happen, but if you ever find yourself in trouble, try asking the white-haired magical girl for help. Because a miracle might happen. The white-haired magical girl, what's that? She's quite famous these days. She suddenly appears in front of people in trouble, helps them, and disappears. It causes phenomena that are completely impossible to explain scientifically, so at some point, you're the nickname magical girl. White-haired magical girl. Cosmic phenomena that can't be... Okay, yes. Yes. Well, I think it's all half-exaggerated rumors, and everyone just passing it around as a joke. Still, there's definitely someone like a random volunteer who goes around helping people. There are quite a few eyewitness reports. I see. Doctor, what's wrong? No, it's nothing. Anyway, shall we wrap up today's session? You don't have to take the medicine I brought unless your condition worsens. Yes. Thank you. So today's scheduled appointment is over. I'm exhausted. As soon as the session ended, Yuriko immediately switched to off mode and popped onto the office over without even turning on the lights. Even just the number of people seeking counseling from her, the symbol of next generation hope, was dozens a day. Yuriko hearing the rumors, that's oomph. Well, it's not F, it's what's a proper... You know what? Joke canceled. It's more than oomph. She had never once thought it was a hassle, but even for her, this workload was overwhelming. Yuriko's smartphone vibrated, signaling an incoming message. Yuriko rolled over half-heartedly, fumbled to pick up her smartphone and check the screen. Yuriko Kabuya, long time no see. This is Raymond Makeru, acting director of the Kisaragi organization. I'm leaving this message to discuss the restoration work on the New World Program MK2. We are currently testing a process that extracts only specific data within the program, but... Oh! Since the data volume of the New World Program is so massive, you haven't obtained any meaningful results yet. However, since the basic design direction is being established, you'll mobilize the information team personnel and make a little more effort, so that we can inform you of positive results as soon as possible. Below that, there was also a long message left by Ray. Yuriko closed the message window without reading further. Sora, are you still there? You. I wonder what you might be doing by now. I miss you so much. After the incident that day, Ray would send messages like this every time in order to keep a promise she had made with her own words. But honestly, it doesn't seem like there's been any progress. It's not even certain whether they'll be able to meet again before Yuriko's lifespan comes to an end. That's why Yoriko tried not to hold on to hope, and deliberately buried herself in working in an effort to forget, but as expected, there was no way she could forget so easily. It wasn't only Sona. After the incident that day, Kaguya gained many things, but at the same time, she also lost many things. Her precious friends either couldn't make it out into reality, or they disappeared from sight. As for the others, they were criminals not even worth dealing with. She couldn't feel at ease with the organization either. That's why, although Yoriko received a scouting offer from the Kisaragi organization, she turned it down and returned to her current position. You could say this was Yoriko's own PTSD. She survived the horrific murder school, but its aftermath left Yoriko with deep feelings of loss and lasting scars. The reason Yoriko continued with counseling was because, while treating her patients' wounds, she also wanted to heal her own. It was then, suddenly, something she had heard during a counseling session just moments earlier flashed through Yoriko's mind. White-haired magical girl. Yoriko immediately logged onto social media and began searching for related information. A friend of mine was kidnapped by remnants of despair, but a white-haired magical girl saved them. For some reason, the despair's guns misfired. Oh. A lost child was crying, and a white-haired magical girl made a balloon out of thin air as a gift and helped find the child's parents. Wow. The roads were severely jammed because of heavy snowfall, but then the white-haired magical girl appeared. The snow melted as by magic. This is real magic. I think it was just the snowplow. Not her. The rumored white-haired magical girl is incredibly beautiful. There's a photo in the thread. Don't tell me she's dressed like an actual magical girl. This is... Oh. Yoriko looked at the photo attached to the post and made an expression of disbelief. In the blurry, out-of-focus photo, the woman was wearing a dark gray greatcoat. Her face wasn't clearly visible, but there was something strangely familiar about her. Yuki. Yoriko knew the true identity of the white-haired magical girl. He, was a friend who had once shared life and death struggles together with him on Utsunoshima. It was Yuki Maeda, the real body of sorrow whom Yoriko longed for. Awkward. Yuki Maeda residing within Akane Taira's body. This matter is entangled with an immense web of cause and effect, so no one other than those directly involved knows the truth about it. I wonder if Yuki goes by he or she now? What if he's just like a he, they? It's just the most he has to compromise now? No. Perhaps even the ones involved don't fully understand it themselves. That day, right after emerging from the New World program in P2, Yuki suddenly vanished without a trace. There was absolutely no reason for him to run. Yet neither the Kisaragi organization nor Yoriko knew why he chose to disappear. According to Rei, he showed himself only once after that. Hashimoto Sibao and Nijue Aroha escaped, but estimation of lineage getting woke with this OMAKE's transmember get own transmask Yuki. Who signed off on this? After that, no one saw Yuki again. But now, of all times, in a place like this, Yoriko's heart began to race. What had happened to Yuki? And why was he wielding a power so close to divine luck? The very power Sora had once said she would take responsibility for. Perhaps it wasn't even certain whether the one who had fled back then was truly Maeda. Not a single thing was stop coping. It's just give it up, Yoriko. It's that's just Yuki now. Even so, it was certain that the woman in the photo was someone connected to Yoriko. She could beat him. He might finally be able to untangle the knot that had tightened in her heart since the incident. Even aside from that, Yuki was a precious friend to Yoriko. There was no way she wouldn't want to see the comrade who would overcome hardships together with him and return to reality. Hello? It's you, my patient. I'm sorry, but can we reschedule tomorrow's appointment? Yes, something suddenly came up. After that day, whenever she wasn't working, whenever she had a spare moment, Yoriko was always searching for the white-haired magical girl. If the person from the rumors truly was her friend, then Kabi had no choice but to find him. There was only one reason. Because he was her friend. Aside from Sora, who remained in the virtual world waiting through endless time, he was the only friend still alive in reality. If she had even the slightest clue about his whereabouts, it was only natural to search for him. But was it impossible after all? I suppose so. If he were that easy to find, I would have found him long ago. Just get into trouble. just get mugged. Several weeks passed, but Kaguya wasn't able to find the white-haired magical girl. Even though there were plenty of reported sightings on social media and elsewhere during that time, he never appeared before Yoriko's eyes. She even began to wonder if the magical girl was deliberately avoiding Yoriko. Maeda, I don't know why you won't meet me, but if that's her choice, I'll respect it. Must be your reason, right? Yoriko finally decided to give up. Wanted to meet Yuki, perhaps, but perhaps have been nothing more than Yoriko's own selfish desire. Maybe now simply isn't the right time. If she doesn't grow impatient and just waits, perhaps they'll be able to meet someday. As long as she was alive, that was enough. Even if it was only a reported sighting on social media, simply confirming that it was alive was something gained. Let's go back. Starting tomorrow, I'll focus on my counseling again. Just as Yoriko finally gathered her thoughts and was about to return to her everyday life, it happened. Give me your money! Oh, is it? What? Who are you people? You sensed a strange presence, and before she knew it, several men and women were standing behind Yoriko. Cold, expressionless faces, they silently stared at Yoriko. This is the woman, right? Yeah, she's one of the next generation symbols of hope. She's one of the next generation symbols of hope, a counselor. Good. Looks like we found the right one. Those damn hope freaks. If we take this woman with us, the Queen of Despair will be very pleased as well. If capturing her alive proves difficult, you could just kill her. Even that alone would mean one less piece of hope left in this world. Huh? The Queen of Despair? That's supposed to... You guys are remnants of despair. I can't believe there are still people like you around. This is the only time you'll be able to act relaxed. Once the Queen of Despair regains her strength, The world will be swallowed by despair once again. Okay, yeah. I know. So, become a sacrifice for despair. The remnants of despair drew their weapons. There were 5 of them. It wasn't a large number, but Yuriko was alone. She's running! Cut her off! Yuriko sprinted at full speed without looking back. It was reckless. Coming this far into such a secluded place in search of Maeda had been a mistake. The world may have stabilized a great deal. Some parts were still like this. A world once consumed by despair doesn't heal so easily. What should I do? Should I contact Ray? No, it'll be too late. It'll at least take 10 minutes just to reach the nearest part of town. What should I do? What do I do? Yuriko tried to think of some way to survive as she ran. But it was hopeless. Kaguya had no weapons, and she hadn't learned any self-defense either. It was very late at night, and since the streets had not yet begun to recover, there were few people around. It was no wonder that the remnants of despair were roaming about. Yuriko kept blaming herself for not being careful. Do you really think I'm going to die in a place like this? I survived even monsters worse than Mikado. This is a life source saved for me. How can I lose it to nobodies like them? Uh-oh. Just as Yuriko was sealing herself, she ended up tripping over a stone and falling. A stone?! A sharp pain shot through her ankle, and when she tried to stand again, her body wouldn't obey. Soon after, the sound of the remnants of despair's footsteps could be heard not far away. Sora. As her last remaining hope faded away, Yuriko could only squeeze her eyes shut and call out the name of her dear friend. Yuriko, I love you, but that's skill issue? Yeah, that's a... she really failed that skill check. Trembling in fear, Yuriko braced herself with the despair that was about to descend upon her. But even after quite some time had passed, nothing had happened to Yuriko. Huh? Not only did something happen, but strangely, not only did nothing happen, actually, nothing ever happens, but strangely, the surroundings have gone quiet. When Yuriko opened her eyes, an astonishing sight unfolded before her. The remnants of despair who had been chasing Yuriko were, for some reason, lying collapsed on the ground. For a moment they looked dead, but judging by the slight rise and fall of their chests, they seemed to be merely asleep.
何よ。
They're asleep? All of a sudden? What are these guys? The moment Yuriko took a step toward the street to move and save her place. Stop, Yuki, stop. There, she was. Bathed softly in the moonlight. There stood the figure of the white-haired magical girl. Sora? No, that's not it. Yuki, He was the person Yuriko had been desperately searching for over the past few weeks. She called out that name. The white-haired magical girl gave no reply. And without even looking at Yuriko's face, the figure turned and began to walk away to somewhere unknown. Wait! Yuki! Was it you who saved me? How'd you know? No. More importantly, I've been looking for you this whole time. What happened? Have you been doing okay? After that day, what... It's been boring. In her confusion, Yuriko blurted out words at random, unable to organize her thoughts. But then, she realized something. Why she hadn't been able to meet Yuki until now? Why Yuki wasn't saying a single word? She recalled the last image of Yuki she had seen on Utsurushima. Something only Kaguya knew from the day, like from that day. No, Yuki wasn't the only one Yuriko remembered. All the memories of that day. Everything she had seen and heard on that island. The place that had turned her life upside down flashed through her mind like streaks of light. And at last, she understood. Having realized everything, Yuriko took a slight breath and carefully opened her mouth toward the figure. Yes, there was only one thing Yuriko needed to say here and now. Thank you. I'm okay now. Aw, that's... I feel bad for bro. Although I did just remember that he pissed his pants, so it's actually really funny now again. It's back to being funny. As if she'd been waiting for those words, the figure finally began to slowly turn around and looked at Yuriko's face. Oh? Oh, no. Stop. No. No. Okay. Almost got me again. But not this time. I see. Today's your last session as well, man. Truly. Thank you for everything all this time. I don't know how I could ever repay this kindness. But there you go, saying that again. I told you, didn't I? The one who overcame those emotional wounds and stood back up was you, entirely through your own strength. If you truly feel that grateful to me, then please, help other people as well. There are still many people in this world who've been hurt, just like we were. Doctor. I understand. I'll make sure to become someone who heals other people's wounds as well. Alright then. Please take care on your way home, and please always be careful on dark roads at night. Duh. Wow. I worked hard again today. I'm exhausted. As soon as her consultations were over, Yuriko immediately switched into off mode and threw herself onto the office sofa without even turning on the lights. There were dozens of people each day who sought counseling from her. Symbol of the next generation's own. She had never once thought of it as a nuisance. But even for her, this workload was overwhelming. We're repeating the same dialogue here? After that day, Yuriko returned once more to an ordinary life, but nothing particularly special about it. The part of her that had always felt empty was now filled with something warm and comforting. Nothing seemed to have changed. Yet, there was something that had definitely changed. A vibration from Yoriko's smartphone signaled an incoming message. A slightly brighter expression than usual. Yoriko picked up her smartphone and checked the screen. On the screen, as always, there was a message from Ray. Yoriko slowly began to read it. Oh, she's back? And unlike usual, she drew in her breath as if slightly surprised. And gently showed a small smile. Oh my god, we're so up? Well, we might be up, actually. It's potentially up. Oh, man. The hero in flames, Shinji Kasai, the firefighter who always takes the lead, rescuing people from fires. Every person he saves, the burn scars on his body multiply. Even with his doctor's advice, he refuses to abandon his sense of heroism. You have to go. Sorry, I couldn't read that message well, but thank you for stopping by, Carter. I hope to see you next time. Oh, we're finally almost done now. I say almost, but it's like what? Did it occur? People debated, but I absolutely see that ending as story being restored. Yeah, that's literally like the only conclusion that like you can draw from that. I hope you like the final two. Okay. Thank you for stopping by again. Ow, ow, ow. Oh, he's back. Sir, if you move like that, it'll hurt a bit more. Just please bear with it for just a little longer. Yes, sir. By the way, I didn't realize that Dr. Rondo's hospital for that renowned specialist is this close. I haven't been in this neighborhood long, so I was unsure which hospital to go to. But I'll be relying on you often from now on. No, don't worry about relying on us. The later you come to the hospital, the better. You're the patient. Mr. Casa, right? I know who you are. You appeared on TV quite a bit in those firefighter specials. Haven't you? You know me. It's an honor. I wouldn't say I thought very highly of you, though. What? Why is that? I don't really like people who don't take care of their own bodies. Mr. Casa, you need to prioritize your body a bit more. Look at these injuries. How much have you overworked yourself? I'm sorry. It's alright. For now, take these medications, and let's check on your condition again in 3 days. And for at least the next 2 weeks, any strenuous activity or exercise is strictly prohibited. Got it? Oh. Yes. I was planning to do nothing during this day off and just rest with my family. What's happening? Is there an earthquake? No, there's nothing on my phone. Oh, wait. This is an emergency call alert. After finishing his appointment and packing up, Kasai pulled out his smartphone and checked the message, his face clearly showing his confusion. Emergency. Second emergency call, E-type due to an overturned tanker. Multiple collisions in a fire on Mira Rainbow Bridge. Rainbow Bridge? On Rainbow Road? All assigned personnel must respond immediately. An accident? Wait. Think Kasai's smartphone screen, and it hurriedly turned on the TV in the examination. On the TV, a caption read, breaking news, over 30 vehicles including trucks involved in the chain collision on Rainbow Bridge, while reporting on the chaotic scene. As soon as Angel saw the news, his face turned pale and he shouted to the nurse behind him. Oh. I thought he was about to go like, please be saying that guy. He's going to back. He's literally going to open his wounds back up. Like, Mr. Mimura, issue a code yellow in the hospital immediately. Burn and trauma patients are going to flood in. Hurry. Are they scorched by any chance? Mr. Kazai, for now. Don't push yourself and stay at home. Mr. Kazai. Mr. Kazai. This guy really... Ender rushed to find Kazai. He had already dashed out of the examination room. It's cold. It hurts. Is anyone there? Uh-oh. The child was running among the piles of twisted metal, pressing down on their small bottle. Through the piles of twisted metal blocked their view. Though the piles of twisted metal blocked their view, they could roughly understand the situation from the screams of people around the wailing sirens. That they were in hell right now. Love it. The flames surrounding the child were heating up the car that had turned to twisted metal. The child couldn't feel the heat. The child, on the contrary, felt cold. They could move their body. They would have wanted to jump up into flames. Mom, it hurts. How'd it come to this? It was supposed to be a fun family trip. Why were they suffering like this here? The child, unwilling to accept the son's misfortune, clung desperately to a thread of hope, but... Sure enough, by the time the screams from them began to subside, the child's perseverance slowly started to run out. They will come. A hero will come. I need a hero! Clinging to a fragile thread of hope, the child quietly murmured amidst their fading senses, that a miracle would happen, and just like they had seen in comics, a hero would appear and save them. Holding on to that belief, they refused to let go of the thread of consciousness. However, the child was wise and intelligent for their age. Unfortunately, that's why they could understand. That comics are just comics, and in reality, such a hero wouldn't suddenly appear. At the very moment the child, realizing the truth, was finally about to let go of everything and slip into a deep sleep. With a brilliant light pouring down, a hero appeared. Shinji Kasai, that day, saved countless people who had been waiting to die on the bridge. Despite other firefighters urging him that it was impossible and it was already too late, he pushed through the flames and pulled people out of hell. Among them were people who lost loved ones that day. Kasai went even further, stepping in to help with the aftermath. He spent his own money to support the victims and worked tirelessly to help them recover from PTSD. Even if just a little, bro, take a break. I'd like it, but take care of yourself. Thanks to that, many people remember Kasai, even as time passed, and would have visited him regularly to express their gratitude. But after that day, Kasai was no longer able to work as a firefighter. How's your health these days, Mr. Kansai? Well, it's always the same, but thanks to Dr. Ando, I'm able to move around. Since I'm no longer a firefighter, I guess there's no way for it to get worse. I'm sorry. What for? That day, I should have done whatever it took to stop you from going to the scene. If I hadn't pushed you that hard back then, your health wouldn't have deteriorated like this. You wouldn't have to quit being a firefighter. Oh, Doctor. You're saying that again. Even if you don't feel responsible, it's not your fault. Even if I had gone to the Rainbow Bridge that day, I would have overexerted myself in a similar situation eventually. Moreover, those were all decisions I made on my own. Entirely my responsibility for not listening to you. Mr. Kasai. You're truly an amazing person. Thank you. I'm sorry for the rude words I said when we first met. Like not thinking highly of you. Now, Doctor, please lift your head. You're just as incredible as anyone else. That, aside from that, speaking of the Rainbow Bridge, it just reminded me. How is Kanata doing? Kanata? Of course, recently the rehabilitation's all finished and they're going back to school. They then? Fired. Also, it seems like this is before the first game, okay. That's a relief. Kanato's such a bright child, so I'm sure they'll grow up to be an amazing person in the future. Would it be okay if I visit soon? I haven't seen them since they were discharged. About that, actually. Oh, hello. Huh? What's wrong? Oh, is that Kanata? What are you doing here? Actually, when I told them Mr. Kasai was coming for an appointment, they insisted on meeting you and followed me all the way to the examination room to say hello. Is that so? Cute little thing. It's good to see you. How have you been?
Yes. Mr. Kasai?
Huh?
Thank you so much for saving me that day. I really wanted to say this to you in person. I don't think I was able to properly speak back then because of the after effects of the accident.
Kanata.
I already told my father, but I want to become a doctor.
A doctor? Like Dr. Rondo?
Yes. I want to become an amazing person like you and my father. Save people too. I thought that there would be a way to repay my father and you. You saved my life.
What did you say? Dr. Rondo, is this child really an elementary school student? How does a child have such an abnormal and mature way of thinking? Well, it's simple. I told her I told her that there were 3 ways of going about life. Becoming a lawyer, engineer, or doctor. Kanato's always been a smart child, even before meeting us. I'm often amazed by them as well.
Mr. Kasai, do you think I could become a great doctor?
Of course, Kanata. You will one day be the hope of the medical field, following in Dr. Rondo's footsteps. Kasai gently smiled as he patted the little girl's messy hair. From this day forward, the relationship between Kasai and Ando became even closer. They occasionally held small family gatherings on weekends. Shide and Ori real? Yeah. Asuka, watch out! There's another dead demigirl in town. Although Kasai quit being a firefighter, his passion continued to protect others remained unchanged. He continued to do what he could. However, none of the 3 people in the examination room knew at that time that the small, fragile child would a few weeks later become a high school student and enroll in Hope Speak Academy. The kind doctor will eventually join an organization that does not forgive evil. But the brave hero who doesn't take care of his own body will become involved in a huge incident on an island. And the fact that only one out of the three would survive. No one knew. Why don't you remind me of that? Opinion rejected because Osaka is going to live? No, I'm not coping. Ears open. Oh, the Devlight Detective, okay. I was about to say, when I saw Devlight, I immediately thought of Kinjo, but... but, we kind of wrapped that up, didn't we? Whew, let's get a quick sip in before we continue. Setsuka Chiebukuro was one of the next generation symbol of vote, who used her intellect to combat the remnants of despair and contribute to peace. While working as a private detective, she receives a request from an organization that could determine her fate. I can vaguely see the Korean text below this one. It's really funny. I don't know why. In the dusty office, a woman begins another mundane day with a deep sigh, feeling as if the ground itself is sinking beneath her. As soon as she opened her eyes, put the water in the kettle and shoved a stiff slice of bread into her mouth, without much thought. Tastes like chewing on paper. Chiebukuro Setsuka is one of the symbols of the next generation's hope and works as a detective. In her prime, she was somewhat well known as an amateur pool player, but now is regarded as a part of her dark history. Since then, she has used her unique abilities to solve numerous cases, and before long, she became known as a symbol of the next generation's hope. However, that wasn't exactly what she had intended. To make a living as a detective, she took on any and all cases, and somehow ended up playing a significant role in building the remnants of despair. Unlike the other symbols of the next generation's hope, she doesn't give much thought to the title of Symbol of Hope. She simply lives each dull day without a second thought. That was Chiebukuro's true feeling. She wasn't always like this from the start. Back in high school, when she dominated pool tournaments and gained fame as a pool player, she was bold, kind, and full of enthusiasm. However, the world did not recognize Chiebukuro's eyes, and without them, she had no particular special abilities. In the end, Chiebukuro was driven out of the pool world, and as she grew older, she became a more and more dull, gray, corporate individual. It's a noisy ever today, I see. For Chiebukuro, she casually threw the half-eaten bread aside, lit a cigarette, and quickly skimmed through the morning newspaper that had been brought in. Newspaper? How old are you, ma'am? You can't be LARPing like this when there's YouTube shorts going around in this world. That's just not possible. The crime and accident section is still crowded today. Although the most disastrous and desperate event in human history is somewhat quieted down, the world is still noisy. After skimming through the newspaper, she moved to the desk and began going through the pile of assignment documents she had left out yesterday. Adulterous photos, missing persons notes, and a transcript full of lies. They're all boring cases. Every single one of them. As mentioned, she wasn't particularly attached to her work. She just did it because it was her job. As a detective known as the symbol of the next generation of hope, Chiebukuro receives a vast amount of case requests. However, the detective work that didn't suit her temperament was nothing but stress for her and didn't spark any passion. If it's a request to tell someone, I'll welcome in any day. I wonder when an exciting and thrilling case will come in. At that moment, the sharp sound of the telephone broke through the silence. She crushed the cigarette in an ashtray with a smirk, and with a hint of anticipation, she picked up the receiver. Moshi moshi. Yes, this is the Chiebukuro Detective Agency. What'd you say? The Kisaragi Institute. Thank you for your hard work and coming such a long way, Chiebukuro. Nice to meet you, big sis. I'm Sasuke Chiebukuro. You said this was a request to find someone, right? Correct. It might be a bit sudden, but let's get the preliminaries and get straight to the point. Hold on a second. Who's that guy over there? Apologies for the late introduction. I am Kinjo Surugi, the director of the Kisaragi Institute. The director? Did the big boss just show up out of nowhere? It's an honor. But I heard this was supposed to be a one-on-one conversation. The details of the request will basically be arranged and handled by Mekuru over there. However, since this mission is critical to the Survival of our Institute, I felt it was necessary to observe as the director. Please, do not worry about me and feel free to proceed. I apologize for not mentioning it earlier. This guy, no, the director suddenly. She refers to everyone as this guy? Bro. Terry is rolling in his grave. Ah, it's fine. Don't worry about it. It happens. So, who's the person you want me to find? The target's name is Mikado Sonoji. This person bypassed our Institute security, stole top secret files, and has been traveling all across the country by committing crimes. Sorry, committing crimes, not by committing crimes. He's not like a hitchhiker. I've compiled details in this document, so please take a look. Chiebukuro received the file folder from Mekuru. Before opening it, she slowly opened her right eye, which had been tightly closed. Then she slowly opened the file folder and flipped through pages at an incredible speed. It was less like looking and more like a movement as if she were counting the pages. After flipping the last page, Chiebukuro closed the file folder and once again closed her right eye. He's jaywalking all over Japan, he must be dealt with? Yeah. He's speeding. He doesn't have a license plate. This guy is a madman. Okay, I've read it all. I see. So this is that rumored devil eye. Sorry, this is that rumored devil eye. Glad you're able to figure that out so quick. Sometimes I get asked whether I just do things haphazardly. Any bit of information would be helpful. If you learn anything about Sonoji Mikado through those eyes, please contact the Institute immediately. Since this is our top priority, it will directly be connected to me, the director, Kinjo. Got it! So basically, I just need to report to that guy, right? Then please, get this in. Chiebukuro said this and handed Mekuru a device that resembled a portable tablet PC. What's this? It's a display connected to the optic nerve from my right eye. It reflects my devil's eye field of vision directly onto the screen. If anything suspicious comes up during the investigation, I'll open my eyes and start recording, so it might help if you're watching.
Sona?
Connected to the optic nerve. Do you have this device custom made somewhere? Yeah. I had it made by the Kisaragi Foundation a while ago. The Kisaragi Foundation, you say? Kinjo, who had been silently listening to the conversation up until now, reacted to the unexpected name that came from Chiebukuro's mouth. It's nothing. I briefly owed them a favor before the despair incident happened. Actually, that's why I took this case as well. That name sounded familiar, so... Kisaragi Institute. Has been quite famous lately, haven't you? What's the relationship between you and the Kisaragi Foundation? Well... Bakeru shot a quick glance at Kinjo, and she carefully was observing his reaction. Kinjo fell silent again without saying anything. However, he couldn't hide the fact that he was still quite surprised. Is there something you're unable to say? That's fine. There's a handsome blue-haired kid who made this for me. If he's here, please send my regards. And I was probably around the same age as you guys. Blue hair. Could it be? Huh? Kinjo. Oh, it's nothing. I'm sorry. Oh, that demo. Anyway, are we done? Should I begin investigating now? What? Do you still have something to say? No, but I like how straightforward you are. Taking pot shots at Kinjo over here? Pretty different from when you imagined, huh? Not really, no. It's alright. I get that a lot. Being called the next generation hope or whatever and having that cool image forced onto me. It's a bit troublesome. But still, I do enjoy requests to find people. It's fun. It's been a while since I've gotten this excited. Thank you. I'll be counting on you. Oh, I'll contact you if anything comes up. Feeling somewhat better, Jay Bukuro left the Kisaragi Institute with light steps. They were strangely fascinating people, Jay Bukuro thought. However, her task remained unchanged. As always, she would take the case and complete the mission. A slight surge of energy after a long time, Jay Bukuro opened her right eye, recalling the contents of the file folder she had seen earlier, and made her way back to the car she had parked. However, Chiebukuro didn't know. She didn't know the significance of the person who had made her tablet. What kind of connection she had to the new people at the Kisaragi Institute. Chiebukuro also didn't know. Didn't know that this case would be the last one of Chiebukuro's life. Well, that's not true. She had a bit of time in the trial. I assume the last one was probably going to be Akane, right? Sorry, Sora? Yeah, oh. After everything had ended and nothing remained in Utsuroshima, how were Sora, Utsuro, and Mikado? What were they thinking? Hang on back for a bit, but oh boy, she's going to regret that choice? Yeah. It's how it made. This was going to be a doozy, huh? Thank you for waiting. Utsuro-san. It's time. I tried making a cute bow tie. It might suit you better than I expected. I guess I'm quite talented, aren't I? How's it look? Utsuro-san. Why? Why does Mikado Sonoji's cloak have infinite replication? Oh, you mean your thoughts on that? I see. Maybe a bug? I've already given up on trying to figure it out. But isn't it great? It's the only material you can get in this blank New World program. Exactly, with this? Create and play around with all sorts of things. Us? You're the one playing it alone. I haven't been playing at all. Here, there's nothing to do except play with Mikado Sonoji's cloak and chat. Since Utsuro-san's so quiet, I end up talking to myself all the time, and I feel like I end up saying even more than I should. By the way, Mikado Sonoji's essentially dead. Aside from the occasional chuckle, there's no reaction from him anymore. Wow. Jesus. Now that you mention it, You don't need to add salt to my name anymore. Oh? I see. I didn't know. I suppose that's natural. I've already spent more time here than the time experienced by the members of Akane Taira. Don't say that. What does time even mean here? Taking away. No, it's a good thing. It seems like you've finally been somewhat free from the shackles of Akane Taira. The you who isn't Taira Akane, if you think about it. Someone who's been affected by both me and Taira Akane. Sora. Huh? There's something I want to ask. How the sun will rise in the west tomorrow, huh? Or you just saw the conversation first, Mr. Of course, here, neither the sun nor the moon rises. What if? Even if just for a moment. If fate, or some new power equivalent to it, were to reoccur in the real world, what would you do then? What do you mean by that? Isn't the lucky fortune with me right now? This is just in case. Well, even if you ask, what will you do? Isn't it true that there's nothing we can do right now? I see. I said something strange. I see, but even if something like that happens, I don't think there will be any problem at all. Why is that? I'm sure I said this during the final moments of parting with them that day. I asked them to live with all their might. Among the people who heard this, there also that scumbag Seabow and that stubborn Mr. Pinjo. Living on. Living on doesn't necessarily mean only good things will happen. I said that simply being alive is hope in itself. But ironically, as we live on, we inevitably experience despair as if it's something natural. It's a given. Life is like climbing a rugged mountain, not knowing what will happen next. Even without using the example of luck, they will probably face similar, if not worse, things until the day they die. But now, they will know how to think, how to act, and how to live. They learned those things here in Utsushima, just like I did. So, no matter what happens, there's nothing to worry about. They are human, and they will continue to live on. Wait, should we call Mikado Sora the Second, or just keep it Mikado? Sora Jr. Now let's leave the matters of the real world to the people of the real world. For now, what should we make from Mr. Synergy's cloak? Do you have any ideas, Isidore? And is there nothing else to do but that? Of course! Well, this time... It's the part of the conversation they had on a certain day, long after the end of the New World program, when countless days passed. It is officially part of the last conversation data recorded by the New World program. After this day, the recording system of the New World program, and repeating meaningless loops, came to a halt. Therefore, no one knows what conversations they had or thoughts they had after that. However, someone will remember them. Someone will live on in order to meet them again. Someone will bury them in their heart and move forward. The girl with white hair was nothing. No, the girl who was nothing defined all those things that were living on. That's right. Living on is both hopeless and proof of is both hope and proof of being. I said hopeless. Wrong message. That is truly the symbol of hope. Ah, damn it. Okay. Damn. Ah, shit. I can't believe it's really over now. For reals this time. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I really miss the series, y'all. And I'm somewhat happy to go back to it, but wow. Let's give it a round of applause. Yeah. Regardless, chat, that's pretty much going to be from all of me, seeing as, we're actually almost, actually, no, not almost, we're in the 3 hour and half hour mark, and there's not much else we can, you know, squeeze out of this game right now. So, with that, thank you to all who joined. SDRA2 is, has really had an impact on me, chat. I hope I can see you all next time for the next stream. And thank you for stopping by, everyone, including you, Carter. I'm glad you made this stream too. Peace, everyone. Have a good night.